sa'yo, Kristo, pangalan mo, tanungan ko, kailan pa man. Kailan pa
Kailanman ilalayo, ikaw ang kaligtasan ko. Pinabalot ng iyong lakas, sa piling mo ako'y iligtas. Kailanman ilalayo, ikaw ang kaligtasan ko. Pinabalot ng iyong lakas, sa piling mo ako'y iligtas. Kailanman ilalayo, ikaw ang kaligtasan ko. Pinabalot ng iyong lakas, sa piling mo ako'y ligtas. Sandigan ng puso ko ay nahanap sa'yo, Kristo, pangalan mo, tanungan ko. Sandigan ng puso ko ay nahanap sa'yo, Kristo, pangalan mo, tanungan ko.
kailan pa man.
Good day to everyone again. And before we continue, I would like to greet again our face-to-face guests who are here physically in Bikutan. We have from the Department of Science and Technology, Assistant Secretary for Administration and Legal, we have ASEC Teodoro M. Gatchalian. From the section of Rheumatology, UST Faculty of Medicine, we have Dr. Julie Liu. From the UP Manila Department of Physical Therapy, we have Professor Ayla Nika Bandong, Professor Frances Rom Lunar, and Professor Ralph Kevin Geneguin. We also have Mr. Carlos Dominic Olegario. We also have from the DOST-Food and Nutrition Research Institute, retired Deputy Director Dr. Ferdinand Omar. And from the DOST Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, we have Ms. Yasmin Serrano, Dr. Neda Catalma, Mr. Arnesti Dalugdog. And from the UERM Memorial Medical Center, we have Dr. Hemiliano D. Aligue. From the DOST-FNRI, we have Miss Mildred Odarbe. From the UP Diliman College of Home Economics, we have Professor Luz Calanta. From the UP Diliman College of Human Kinetics, we have Professor Hercules Calanta. And from Wageningen University, from the Netherlands, we have Mr. Marco Mensink. And of course, it is great that we are all gathered here together today to meet and physically be together and virtually as we talk about the importance of launching DOST's first nutrition physiology laboratory. The DOST FNRI has been delivering nutrition information to the Filipino people for decades. The Institute is the home of great innovations in the country that allow them to attain global standards in the field of research. Recently, the Healthy Aging Programs for Pinoy Senior Citizens or Happy Senior Citizens championed its first project entitled Relationship of Body Composition to the Functional Capacity and Quality of Life of Older Filipinos. This is funded by the DOST Grants and Aids from March 2021 until March 2023. One of the many outputs of this project is the development of DOST's first nutrition physiology and laboratory. We aspire for global integration grounded on science, and so the focus of this laboratory are metabolism, physical activity, body composition, and nutrition. The laboratory will link all four research components using state of the art technologies and equipment recognized by the scientific community. Our goal for today is to explore the new technological innovations the Institute has achieved over the past year. We will also be hearing the future plans of FNRI in integrating laboratory research studies into practical solutions for the benefit of the public. To kick things off, let's first hear some welcoming remarks from the Director and Scientist 2 of the DOST FNRI, Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa.
To commence our celebration, please allow me to share a passage I once read. It's never too late or never too early to work towards being the healthiest you, even at the age of 60 years and over. It only takes consciousness on what we call being healthy. To our dear DOST Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña, to our Undersecretary for Research and Development, Dr. Rowena Cristina L. Guevara, to the University of the Philippines Manila Chancellor, Dr. Carmencita Padilla, and the Institute of Aging, UPNIH Director, Dr. Shelly De La Vega, to our collaborators from the Wageningen University and Research, the Netherlands, Professor Rangen Witkamp, Professor Lisette de Groot, and Dr. Marco Mensink, to the DOST-FNRI OIC of the Office of the Deputy Director, Dr. Milflor Gonzalez, and DOST MANCO members, to our guests, FNR colleagues, friends, and participants, good afternoon to each and every one of you. Today, we are celebrating momentous event, marking the launch of the DOST-FNRI's Nutrition Physiology Laboratory with the theme, Embodying Nutrition, an innovative approach towards the improvement of health, functionality, and quality of life. One would say that the definition of embody is to make something visible. This is completely different for us, as we see this as the more than just simple action, so to speak. We pinned our faith that embodying nutrition is harnessing the different components in nutrition research. That's actually energy or strength and conditioning, metabolism, body composition, and nutrition, translating this into innovative research works. Moreover, our new laboratory also embodies our commitment to serve the nutritional needs of Filipinos. The DOST Grants and Aid Project relationship of body composition to the functional capacity and quality of life of older Filipinos in selected provinces in the Philippines is a component project of the Healthy Aging Program for Pinoy. That's a short term for Happy Senior Citizens, promoting quality of life among older Filipinos through food and nutrition solutions. Our R&D program is taking this theme as its track. Physiological changes are constant. Every day, as we age, these changes are natural and may present unfavorable challenges in later years. good nutritional status, and engagement in physical activities are major functions of healthy aging. Who would not want to attain longevity and a better quality of life? We at DOST-FNRI, along with our local and international collaborators and partners, are committed to understanding the role of nutrition in the functionality, health, and quality of life of our older Filipinos. With the Nutrition Physiology Laboratory, we ensure that the addition of new methodologies to our R&D endeavors, firstly, in metabolism, indirect calorimeters are available to measure resting metabolic rates, energy expenditure, and other parameters needed in physiology, clinical, or sports nutrition research. The metabolic carts are available for either stationary or outdoor use. Second, in strength and conditioning, nutrition research is more relevant in integrating functionality as an outcome of interest. Strength and movement are measured using various devices such as dynamometer and inclinometer, among others. Third, in body composition, we can now look into different compartment models in body composition, ranging from the common BMI to body impedance analysis and the very powerful DEXA machine. Indeed, we take pride that the laboratory houses our very first DEXA scan machine. DOST is the first non-medical facility with an approved certificate of registration from the FDA for research and education purposes. All these have nutrition and diet as a common denominator. Our aim is to stimulate collaboration across different disciplines and specializations such as clinical nutrition research, nutrition biochemistry, sports nutrition, and movement science. The laboratory bridges the different nutrition research components with the use of state-of-the-art technologies and equipment to shed more light on understanding the human body. We also aim to move forward so that sectors and communities will be introduced to new technology and stimulate innovative solutions that are grounded on science. DOST-FNRI has been the clearinghouse of nutrition information for over 7 decades. Actually, we are already 75. We welcome innovations that will strengthen the wealth of information we give to our people. We put a premium on excellence in nutrition research by elevating the body of work, keeping abreast with competencies of international institutions, and providing conducive environment to nurture our researchers' competence, creativity, and independence. As we move forward, we will be crafting a nutrition physiology research roadmap that will cater to all population groups. More so, we will standardize a process that will sustain and maintain the laboratory, ensuring accessibility by our stakeholders for research or academic purposes. With that, I would like to acknowledge and thank the DOST Grants and Aid Program, the DOST Council for Health Research and Development, or PCHID, the Special Projects Division of DOST Central Office, for its unwavering support, and of course, to the FNRI Nutrition and Food Research and Development Division and Technology Division of S&T Services Division for making this milestone activity possible. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay tayong lahat. Keep safe always and have a pleasant day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Agdepa, for your message. You know, one thing that probably struck me in her message is that how DOST puts a premium on excellent nutrition for over 75 years now. And I'm sure we're also very excited as the work continues to expand and the vision is going to expand and cater across populations in the country. I think we can also agree how it is very important also that we make sure it's evidence-based. There's evidence-based practice, evidence-based policy making, because it's very vital in narrowing the gap in nutrition. And that's why we're all here today to witness the launch of the Nutrition Physiology Laboratory. Speaking of gathering together here today, we would also continue to want to also acknowledge the presence of more guests in our office here today in Bikutan. We have from the Professional Regulation Commission, Board of Nutrition and Dietetics, the chairperson, Honorable Vergit Buena. We also have together is Mr. Eileen Aison. We also have with Dr. Aliga today is Dr. Jennifer Narles. And with Dr. Julie, we have Miss Mikey Rariza. And of course, from Wageningen University, we have Professor Lisette de Groot. Okay, so as we continue, we have more speakers for today. And for the next speaker, we would also like to also introduce the Department of Science and Technology Secretary, Honorable Fortunato T. de la Peña, for an inspirational message.
Warmest greetings to Undersecretary Rowena Guevara, to Director Imelda Angeles Agdepa, to my co-workers at the Department of Science and Technology, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant and healthy day to all. It is with great pride and honor that I officially welcome everyone to the opening of the DOST-FNRI Nutrition Physiology Laboratory with the theme Embodying Nutrition, an innovative approach towards the improvement of health functionality and quality of life. I would like to take this opportunity to express my commendations and gratitude to all of the agencies, groups, and individuals who made this project possible. The DOST Grants in Aid Program for funding the project, the DOST Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, or PCHRD, for monitoring the project, to Chancellor Carmencita Padilla of the University of the Philippines, Manila, and Dr. Shelly de la Vega of the Institute on Aging of the UP National Institutes of Health for the collaboration in the project. To Professor Renger Wittkamp, Professor Lisette de Groot, to Professor Marco Mensink of the Human Nutrition Division of the Wageningen University and Research for their technical guidance and expertise. All stakeholders and potential collaborators, and of course, the DOST-FNRI's R&D team under the guidance of their hardworking director, Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa. This is a huge milestone for the Food and Nutrition Research Institute and the Department of Science and Technology in the conduct of human nutrition research. This laboratory is an offshoot of the Grants in Aid funded project entitled Relationship of Body Composition to the Functional Capacity and Quality of Life of Older Filipinos in selected provinces in the Philippines as part of the Healthy Aging Program for Pinoy or Senior Citizens R&D Initiative, promoting quality of life among older Filipinos through food and nutrition solutions. In 2019, the senior citizens comprised 8.2% of the Filipino population. The Commission on Population and Development expects this to increase to 10% by 2025 and to 14% between 2030 to 2035. By then, our country would be considered an aging society. With the expected 6% increase in the aging population in the next 10 to 15 years, we can anticipate our society to have different demands, which will bring about changes in our products and services, business, healthcare and medicine, technology, labor, and food and nutrition, among others. This requires us to take action as we identify new demands and have ourselves ready as early as now for the demographic shift and its overall effects on society. The United Nations declared the years 2021 to 2030 as the decade of healthy aging. This was in December of 2020. WHO describes healthy aging as a continuous process of optimizing opportunities to maintain and improve physical and mental health, independence, and quality of life throughout the life course. With this definition, we can promote the concept of healthy aging in the Philippines. That is, through focusing our efforts on the entire Filipino community, particularly the senior citizens, and taking into consideration the various interrelated factors that contribute to one's overall health and wellness. The DOST-FNRI laboratory is true to its theme, embodying nutrition, an innovative approach towards the improvement of health, functionality, and quality of life. This houses state-of-the-art equipment for energy, metabolism, body composition, and nutrition research. All these four distinct components are ensured to be interrelated in order to better understand the overall physiological process taking place as we age. To date, this laboratory is the only non-medical facility in the country to have an FDA-approved certificate of registration for their dual energy X-ray absorptiometry or DEXA scan for research and education purposes. This is a manifestation of the DOST's pride that embodies the theme Science for the People as it works towards the healthy aging of all Filipinos. I look forward to future success and innovations that can be generated, which can potentially enhance the knowledge and skills of researchers on food and nutrition across the life stages and in the field of physiology, health, sports, among others. May all our dedicated researchers, scientists, academicians, and scholars work together towards elevating the quality of research and development towards healthy aging. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you so much to our very own. There you have it. Thank you so much to our very own DOST Secretary. And thank you, Secretary de la Peña, for your unending support to the Institute. Of course, everyone in DOST is really working on its theme, Science for the People, as we meet the demand of the demographic shift to an aging society in the next 20 years. And as we introduce innovative approaches and provide access to healthy aging. Of course, for our next speaker, we also have a message of support from a professor and chair in the nutritional biology at the Wageningen University. We have Professor Regner Whitcamp.
Dear Secretary and Undersecretary of the Board from the Department of Science and Technology, dear Director of the Food and Nutrition Research Institute, Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa, dear colleagues, dear friends, it's not only a great honor for me, but also a great pleasure to be present at this festive opening of the new Nutrition Physiology Laboratory. First of all, I would like to express my regret that I cannot be here in person or I cannot even join the virtual opening. I'm currently on an all-day external education program in Italy, which demands continuous lecturing of international students this afternoon. It's my great wish to be able to visit the Philippines soon and see the Institute myself and also visit your beautiful laboratory. I'm convinced that with the opening of this lab, the Science and Technology Department and also the Food and Nutrition Research Institute, of course, have taken a very important step in conducting research aiming to study the relationships between nutrition, health, and quality of life. And this is of particular interest also for the senior Filipinos. From Wageningen University, we very much enjoy working together with the DOST and the Institute, and particularly now in the person of Robbie Tam and his direct colleagues. However, in the meantime, ties are strengthening via other lines. And just 1 week ago, we submitted a new proposal from my department to Wageningen University, requesting for another co-funded PhD student. In our group, nutrition and aging are the major themes in research and teaching. And we consider this an area where there's a lot of progress can be made and should be made. However, it's crucial, of course, that good research is carried out, which includes measuring functional endpoints of health. We need to be able to provide the elderly with the best possible targeted nutrition. It's clear as well that different countries and different individuals have their specific needs, which means that lifestyle advice must be based on local circumstances. Although this might seem so obvious, this is not always taken into account, and guidelines should be based on dietary patterns with which local people feel familiar and which is also locally available. The same applies to functional health measurements, in which inter-individual difference between people must be taken into account. It's therefore wonderful to see that the Institute now possesses state-of-the-art equipment to, for example, perform DEXA scans, indirect calorimetry, and equipment that can measure functional markers of physical performance. I really hope that we will be able to continue working here and perhaps also other fields. Needless to say, you can count on us in that regard when it comes to collaboration and support. So also on behalf of my colleagues here, I would like to express my admiration for your commitment and your high standards. So once again, I thank you very much for the invitation and the possibility to be present virtually, and I wish you all the best with this great achievement. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Professor Reger, for sharing your thoughts and message to all of us today. And thank you to our special guests for giving their messages and really truly showing how much they support and value healthy aging for all. I know our viewers at home are very eager to see and explore the Institute's brand new laboratory. But before that, the aging team headed by Sir Robbie Tan has prepared a short video presentation of their research project and an introduction of what we are about to see in the laboratory. Everyone, please enjoy these videos.
Mangyari, pag hindi natin natutukan ito, hindi natin na-focus ang programang ito sa nutrition ng senior citizen, the senior citizen will die down gradually. Hindi darating yung 100 years. Yun ang iniisip ko.
Hindi na kami makabisit ng hospital for more than 1 year.
Kasi nakakatakot.
So masasabi niyo po na kulang ang nutrisyon at physical na activity.
Anong naging epekto sa amin, hindi na kami makapag-walking. Talagang nabawasan ng physical activities, physical exercises namin.
Hindi po kayo gumalaw, ano pong nangyayari sa inyo?
Nanihina ako. Siguro, hindi ko alam. Baka hindi na ako nakagalaw.
Healthy aging program for Pinoy senior citizen. We call it Happy Senior Citizen. It's just me asking question na parang nag-iiba ang body composition as we age, and we're using the same standard as young adult. Then from there, unti-unting nabuo ang konsepto ng aging. What's exciting with this project is that we have a laboratory component that would complement our field component. Our laboratory houses state-of-the-art equipment that will measure body composition, metabolism, functionality, strength, all this in the context of nutrition research.
importante ang proyekto ng inyong gibuhat ang barangay. Kay masasabtan namon kung ano namon ang mga na-interview din yan, yung mga na-konsulta. Masasabtan kung ano nira mga sakit na ira mga lawas nga diri nira na hadto nakukuan, diri nira hadto nabubuhat pagkadtong doktor tungod ng mga waray mga ibarayad. Waray mga diri kaya nira magkastos yung mga kantinan kumpara kantinan niya kusog kun doktor.
Your program here is laudable. Kasi I could see the focus you made for the senior citizen. As the president of this area, I'm very much thankful na kinandak ninyo ang ganitong program.
If we improve our methodologies using state-of-the-art equipment and techniques, we'll have a better understanding of what's happening in our body. For us, as researchers, we can take advantage of this to create relevant programs resulting to science-based policies for the benefits of our countrymen. FNRI has been doing this already for quite some time, but with this new project and techniques of body assessments, hopefully we can obtain our vision of a healthy aging population in the Philippines.
This project would not be possible without the support of our collaborators and partners, particularly the DOST Grants in Aid Program, DOST Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, the Institute on Aging, the University of the Philippines, National Institutes of Health, and the Wageningen University and Research.
Thank you so much, the aging team, for that wonderful video. Before we continue, I would like to call on to the virtual floor from the Department of Science and Technology Undersecretary for Regional Operations, Undersecretary Sancho Mabora.
Thank you, Ms. Kyla. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the team of DOST-FNRI led by Dr. Agdepa in coming up with this very important project, yung the DOST-FNRI Healthy Aging Program for Pinoy, or Happy Senior Citizens, and in coming up with the new laboratory that will showcase the synergy of the four key components of human nutrition research: metabolism, physical activity, body composition, and nutrition. May I also take this opportunity to greet our friends from Wageningen University, and we're happy that you are partnered with the FNRI on this project. And well, likewise, I saw the video, and quite amazing to see state-of-the-art equipment and facilities that will be put up at the DOST-FNRI. And I hope that someday and somehow we will help the Filipinos to be able to appreciate the services that we will render to them, especially the senior citizens. And also, I think that in some ways, this can also be provided to neighboring regions in the NCR. And I hope that we can also provide the services to the other big islands of the country. I'm talking about Visayas and Mindanao, since we will have one now in Luzon. So looking forward for a more intense engagement with this laboratory, and the Office of the Regional Operations will definitely support and help you in promoting these wonderful laboratories. And we hope, as I said, to intensify our engagement in the areas that were mentioned on the services that you will be offering to your customers. So again, my warmest greetings and congratulations to DOST-FNRI. Congratulations, Dr. Mel Agdepa, and to your team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yusek Sancho, for that message. And I agree. So hopefully this will be appreciated by a lot of the Filipinos, as the team is really dedicated. The multidisciplinary team is really dedicated and working hard to gather data and to continue gathering data to be able to understand that the nutrition situation of the country in Luzon, in Visayas, and in Mindanao. So going back to the main purpose of our event, may we present to you the video of the laboratory. There you have it. Thank you again to our team for those two videos. And I'm sure those two videos made us excited to see and explore the lab. But while on the first video, it really opened our eyes on how important and critical it is to start being aware of our lifestyles, of the food we take in, and of course, the importance of exercise. It showed us that aging gracefully doesn't stop when you reach your 60s. In fact, I was really amazed to see how the senior citizens around the country, particularly in Luzon and Visayas areas, are now discovering ways to better their health. And that wouldn't be possible without the mission of FNRI in delivering effective nutritional schemes and interventions that are grounded on science and technology to not but of course this is also to extend to other populations. It is also noteworthy that the Nutrition Physiology Laboratory is the first non-medical facility in the country to receive FDA-approved certificate of facility registration for their DEXA machine. So I believe we are now ready to launch the laboratory. It's very exciting to be part of this hybrid event, and I won't keep you any longer for the reason we're gathered here today. May we call on DOST Secretary Honorable Fortunato T. de la Peña, Assistant Secretary for International Cooperation Dr. Leah J. Buendia, DOST-FNRI Director and Scientist 2 Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa, Officer in charge of the Office of the Deputy Director Dr. Milflor S. Gonzalez, Officer in charge of the Nutrition and Food Research and Development Division, Ms. Christine Nacionales, to officially launch the Nutrition Physiology Laboratory.
Good afternoon to everyone who is present here today. On behalf of DOST-FNRI, I would like to welcome Honorable Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña, DOST Secretary, Assistant Secretary Leah J. Buendia, Assistant Secretary for International Cooperation, our very own Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa, DOST-FNRI Director, and Dr. Milflor S. Gonzalez, OIC Deputy Director and Division Chief of ETS-TSD. Welcome to the DOST-FNRI Nutrition Physiology Laboratory. Our team, together with Technology Diffusion Group, will guide you through for today's ribbon cutting ceremony. But before we begin, I would like to give you an overview of our project. The Healthy Aging Program for Pinoy Senior Citizens, or the Happy Senior Citizens, championed its very first project entitled Relationship of Body Composition to the Functional Capacity and Quality of Life of Older Persons in the Philippines. Funded by grants and aids from March 2021 until March 2023, global integration grounded on science is what we aspire, and so the main focus of this laboratory are metabolism, body composition, nutrition, and physical activity. Okay? So the laboratory will link all these four components using state-of-the-art equipment that is recognized by the scientific community.
Everyone, I would like to welcome you to our Nutrition Physiology Laboratory. Today marks another milestone to do for DOST-FNRI by launching this promising laboratory as we continue to serve our countrymen in aspects of health and nutrition. On behalf of FNRI, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence despite the hectic schedules you have. May this event be the first of many projects that we will have in the near future. Maraming salamat, Secretary and ASEC, for gracing this occasion.
What side?
Ay po.
Thank you so much. Now let's proceed with the congratulatory fist bump or the new normal handshake.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Ruby. Thank you. Rachel, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
I'm very pleased and honored to be here with you today. We have another addition to the facilities of the Food and Nutrition Research Institute and of the DOST as a whole. Whenever there is a ribbon cutting, I begin to think of the a lot of work that has been done before the ribbon cutting. So I would like to congratulate all of you for having this ready. I know that it took a lot of time and energy to really put this up, and so I would like to thank all the people behind this. But let me express my hope and desire that this will be of real service to our researchers and of course to our fellow Filipinos who would need this kind of examination or test. Thank you very much. Again, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Now may we request Assistant Secretary Nea Buendia to give a few words.
Thank you very much for inviting me to this momentous event. This is a testament to the hard work and to the efforts of FNRI. And I would like to sincerely appreciate the people behind this. And my congratulations to everyone, especially through the leadership of Dr. Mel Agüita. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Now we would like to call on DOST's Assistant Secretary for Administration and Legal Affairs, ASEC Teodoro M. Gatchalian.
Okay, I take pride in congratulating the team of Director Agdepa and her entire members of the agency for coming up with what we are about to inaugurate today, which is the Nutrition Physiology Laboratory. Well, we have heard from our speakers that this Nutrition Physiology Laboratory is an effort towards innovative approach on the improvement of health, functionality, and the quality of life. And a lot of machines and equipments will be inaugurated today and will be put into use. Somewhat, of course, very useful for our researchers and for people who would benefit from all of this in order to make sure that the approach being implemented by the FNRI will be more effectively delivered to our clients, especially to those customers who will benefit so much from all these activities and equipments. So I take pride again in congratulating them. Surely this will make FNRI again back onto the great task of serving the Filipino people. Mabuhay kayong lahat sa FNRI, mabuhay ang DOST.
Thank you so much, Honorable Fortunato T. de la Peña. And of course, the others who are joined us in our ribbon cutting, we have Dr. Lea J. Buendia, Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa, Dr. Milflor S. Gonzalez, and Miss Christine Nacionales for officially opening the lab. Now that the lab is officially opened, we recognize the importance of collaborations in order to reach the full potential of the lab and make a difference in our respective fields. We are honored to have here several stakeholders with some of the messages. We have Ms. Lisette de Groot, a professor in nutrition and aging with due attention for older adults at the Wageningen University. She is also accompanied by Sir Marco Mensink, a human nutrition and health assistant professor of the Wageningen University from Netherlands.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Marco Mensink, Assistant Professor Nutrition, Energy, Metabolism and Health at the Division of Human Nutrition, Wageningen University, the Netherlands. And it is a pleasure for me to say a few words on this special occasion today. First of all, congratulations with the launch of the Nutrition Physiology Laboratory at DOST-FNRI, and the first of its kind in the Philippines. At the heart of good nutrition research and policy lies state-of-the-art methodology to assess evaluation and evaluate nutritional status of individuals, which includes on one side proper body composition methodology, like the DEXA and bioimpedance analysis, but on the other side also accurate measurements of energy expenditure and physical activity, like indirect calorimetry and accelerometry. The Nutrition Physiology Lab is equipped with both validated reference methodology as well as more practical field-based methods. That's great to see. But next to equipment, skilled personnel and standardized protocols are also crucial. And it's nice to see that the laboratory staff under the supervision of Robbie Tan is busy working on these. We as Wageningen University are happy to be involved and assist and advise as part of our collaboration with DOST-FNRI in both present and future projects. This new Nutrition Physiology Lab allows the Institute, but also the Philippines as a country, to perform the research that is needed to address future challenges in the area of nutrition and health. Once again, congratulations.
Good afternoon from the Netherlands. I'm Lisette de Groot, working in the same group as my colleague Marco Mensink does. In this nutrition biology group, the overarching theme is nutrition and aging, which embraces my personal chair on nutrition and health later in life. First of all, I would like to congratulate you with your brand new physiology lab, and even more so with your healthy aging research program. Early in 2016, when Robbie Tan was with us in Wageningen for his master's degree in nutrition, he already informed us about the ambitions of his home institute in the field of nutrition and aging research. Turning such ambitions into reality is not easy, but you are clearly mentioned to do so. With you, I acknowledge the importance of good research on nutrition and aging, not only in the prevention of disease, but even more so in the preservation of health and performance later in life. There is still very much to learn in this area and very much to gain. With the launching of your lab, you demonstrate your commitment to high quality research for the health of all the Filipinos. For us, this commitment is already obvious in our most pleasant collaboration in the PhD project of Robbie Tan. And as you know, we are truly looking forward to further strengthening our collaboration in the future. But for now, I feel honored by being invited for this launching event and would like to pass on good wishes from our group to you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are graced by the presence of Dr. Lisette de Groot and Dr. Marco Mensink from the Wageningen University. May you share a few words to all of us here?
Yeah, I think once again, congratulations and also congratulations to the ceremony today. It really looks really impressive. And just for us, also the first time if we see real action. And we talk a lot with you, particularly with Robbie, but nice to see the videos and the equipment and all the work you've done in the Philippines. Yeah, really good work.
There you go.
Can only agree with that. It's really very impressive, overwhelming, and a great event today. So congratulations to you all.
Thank you so much, Professor and Dr. Minsink, for taking the time to be here despite the time difference as well. Thank you so much again. And next up, let's hear from a professor of the Department of Medicine, the University of the Philippines College of Medicine, and founding director of the Institute on Aging, University of the Philippines, Manila, National Institutes of Health, Dr. Shelly Ann de la Vega.
Greetings on this 24th day of May 2022 to our colleagues in the Department of Science and Technology and the Food and Nutrition Research Institute, in particular, Honorable Fortunato de la Peña, Secretary of the DOST, Dr. Rowena Cristina Guevara, Undersecretary for R&D, Director Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa of the DOST-FNRI, Dr. Milflor Gonzalez, OAC of the Office of the Deputy Director of the FNRI, and to our colleagues from the Wageningen University and the University of the Philippines, Manila. Congratulations to the DOST-FNRI on the establishment of the Nutrition Physiology Laboratory. The laboratory's advanced equipment will certainly help advance the field of nutrition and aging in the country and contribute to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goal number 3, that is to ensure healthy lives and improve the well-being for all at all ages. The DEXA machine, the gold standard for measuring fat mass, lean body mass, bone mass, the metabolic room and multi-gym with its indirect calorimetry machine will set reference standards on resting and exercise states. To complement these equipment, our FNRI researchers that we have trained in the performance of the Comprehensive Geriatric Assessment, or CGA, a tool that allows us to understand the relationship between nutrition and quality of life, the social determinants of health, such as social support, education, poverty, and that of geriatric syndromes such as frailty, dementia, falling, polypharmacy, multimorbidity, and other challenges of aging. The laboratory and the comprehensive geriatric assessment will allow us to further harmonize and develop researches in aging and translate these into publications, programs, and policies. Functional ability, doing what is meaningful towards the achievement of well-being, are the cornerstones of healthy aging. The Institute on Aging has been working with the FNRI for many years in the conduct of the Healthy Aging Program for Pinoy, or Happy Senior Citizens, promoting quality life among older Filipinos through food and nutrition solutions, a research and development program currently led by Mr. Robbie Carlotan. We look forward to performing clinical trials on exercise and fall prevention, management of sarcopenia, osteoporosis, and of course, how to achieve healthy aging. With this Nutrition Physiology Laboratory and DOST-FNRI's continued support of the Institute on Aging, we are certainly going to achieve our mission to create and advocate with older persons unlimited possibilities for their value-added life through interdisciplinary transformative research, training, education, and specialized programs. Healthy aging for all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shelly Ann de la Vega. Indeed, we are looking forward to accomplish that mission with you as well. Next up, we'll now hear from the current National President of the Nutritionist Dietitians Association of the Philippines and Associate Professor in the University of Santo Tomas, Department of Food and Science and Nutrition. Let's welcome Ms. Zenaida Velasco.
Big congratulations to the DOST DOST-FNRI for the launching of the first Nutrition and Physiology Laboratory for the Healthy Aging Program for Pinoy, Your Happy Program. This amazing accomplishment is an incredible milestone that I'm so blessed to witness. I believe innovation comes from people who enjoy their work. This is a labor of your love and dedication for the Filipino people. The question is, what comes next after innovation? It is collaboration. This will enhance the implementation of your innovative ideas and solutions. We end up join hands with the DOST-FNRI in relevant research endeavors to propel humanity to a more meaningful and sustainable direction. Mabuhay at maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Ms. Zenaida Velasco. In fact, Ms. Zenaida Velasco is here with us on Zoom. Would like to call you if you'd like to greet our guests and participants as well.
Congratulations to the DOST-FNRI and of course to Director Imelda Agdepa, the Honorable Imelda Agdepa, and of course to a member of my board of director, Mr. Roby Tan. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Ms. Zenaida. And next with our speaker is an assistant professor for and program head of nutrition and dietetics at Centro Escolar University, and is the chair of the Council of Deans and Heads of Nutrition and Dietetics. Let's welcome Ms. Honey Loveline Bontile.
Hello, everyone. It is great to be with you this afternoon. I am deeply honored to be one of the invited guests for this special event for the launching of the Nutrition Physiology Laboratory of the Food and Nutrition Research Institute, where the advanced equipment and technology for nutrition assessment will be housed. Congratulations to everyone involved in making this happen, for all your hard work, for contributing to the advancement of nutrition research. Actually, when this laboratory facility was first presented and introduced to me by two of the members of the research team, one of which happened to be a former student, I was really excited. I was happy to know that he is part of this project, and I am glad that we have now this type of facility available for use in the country by both professionals and student researchers. So on behalf of the Council of Deans and Heads of Nutrition and Dietetics and its member schools, I really look forward to the use of this innovative research facility. As we all know, human nutrition studies are important for assessing the nutritional status of populations, and assessing nutrition physiology is also necessary for monitoring and maintaining population health. We, the academicians in the field of foods and nutrition and dietetics, are enthusiastic and eager for these advances in nutrition science. We look forward to having this facility be extended to our students to allow them to learn, not just through looking through pictures and appreciate their function and purposes, but also to be able to experience them in actual, how to measure resting metabolic rate using indirect calorimetry, estimate the maximum amount of oxygen that the body can utilize during exercise, and to measure body composition using bioelectrical impedance techniques. So, to keep my message short and sweet, I'd like to end by saying thank you for including us in the academe and considering our students to be one of the end users of this laboratory. We appreciate and fully support these improvements toward our common goal of achieving functional and quality nutrition. Again, congratulations and mabuhay.
Thank you so much, Miss Honey. Miss Honey is actually here also with us here on Zoom. Would you like to share a few words to all the participants and guests?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm sorry I cannot open my video camera at this point, but I would like to greet everyone. And once again, I would like to congratulate the FNRI and the Healthy Aging team for this wonderful innovation. Congratulations and good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Miss Honey. And next up, but definitely not the least, we have our registered nutritionist dietitian and a certified nutrition coach. She is a chief nutritionist of NutriFit, a nutrition consultancy services provider, the personal nutrition coach of Tokyo Olympics medalist Heidelin Diaz, Nessie Petasio, Carlo Paalam, Yumir Marshall, and let's welcome now Coach Jeanette Aro.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, and my dear colleagues. Today, we gather for this groundbreaking event marking the opening of the Nutrition Physiology Laboratory. It is with much privilege to have witnessed this significant milestone of DOST-FNRI. I offer my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to all those who work hard to make this Nutrition Physiology Lab a reality. As an Olympic and elite performance nutrition coach, much of the work that I do depends mainly on credible and evidence-based nutrition programming. Therefore, obtaining valid and reliable data of athletes is a top priority. This lab, which links 4 research components of metabolism, physical activity, body composition, and nutrition, can pioneer a data-driven sports nutrition management to our athletes, thereby helping expand quality and evidence-based nutrition service provision by us nutritionist dietitians. Valid and appropriate body composition assessments has been a challenge for many individuals, more so for Filipino athletes. And with the DEXA machine, which is widely considered as the gold standard for measuring body composition, which we now have in the Nutrition Physiology Lab, we will now be able to obtain reliable data which professionals can use in order to further help improve programming for performance. Likewise, facilities as the metabolic room, strength and conditioning room, and the nutrition lab can all aid towards providing world-class service to our Filipino athletes. And with this equipment that we now have in the Nutrition Physiology Lab, I do believe that great things are ahead of us in the sports nutrition field towards helping achieve top-notch performances in the Olympic and World Championship stage by our athletes. Congratulations once again, and I look forward to getting better acquainted and working together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Coach Jeanette. So it's very heartwarming and inspiring to hear all these messages. Again, from Dr. Marco and Professor Lisette from the WUR in the Netherlands, together with us, are very excited for this laboratory as it is the first of its kind in the Philippines. Together with the high quality research and equipment, we are surrounded with competent workers as well to provide better nutrition for the people. As Dr. Shelley mentioned a while ago, this will help also advance the nutrition and health in the country for better quality of life. And to also echo what Professor Zenaida mentioned, the laboratory is a labor of love of the people who worked hard in making this a reality. Once again, thank you to everyone who collaborated to make this possible. Let's give them a virtual round of applause as well. So, we are ready to proceed to the very exciting part of this launch. But before we explore the lab, let's welcome Undersecretary for Research and Development of the Department of Science and Technology, also a professor of Electrical and Electronics Engineering from the University of the Philippines, Diliman. May we call on Dr. Rowena Cristina L. Guevara.
Department of Science and Technology Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña, DOST-Food and Nutrition Research Institute Director Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa, Chancellor Carmencita Padilla, of the University of the Philippines, Manila, Dr. Shelly De La Vega of Institute on Aging, UP National Institutes of Health, Professor Renger Wittkamp, Professor Lisette de Groot, and Assistant Professor Marco Mensink of the Human Nutrition Division of the Wageningen University and Research for their scientific guidance to the research team, our colleagues from the Department of Science and Technology, co-workers in government, friends in the academe and the private sector, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant day to all of you. Magandang agham po sa ating lahat. I would like to commend and congratulate the DOST-FNRI for making this launching event successful with its theme, Embodying Nutrition, an innovative approach towards the improvement of health, functionality, and quality of life. I am delighted that DOST-FNRI has a project that highlights the well-being of our senior citizens. Given that the Philippines is projected to have an aging population by 2050, it is good to start prioritizing the needs of our senior citizens now. In the Filipino culture, we acknowledge the older generation's role and contributions to the current society, and we value them. For senior citizens, physiological changes affect their nutrition and health. While these changes are naturally part of our life course, there are still ways to cushion and improve their overall health. The DOST Grant in Aid funded research project entitled Relationship of Body Composition to the Functional Capacity and Quality of Life of Older Filipinos in Selected Provinces in the Philippines is a project wherein the DOST-FNRI will establish a nutrition physiology research laboratory as a venue to conduct R&D for improved health and nutrition outcomes. It is fitting for the launching activity to have the theme Embodying Nutrition, an innovative approach towards the improvement of health, functionality, and quality of life, since the laboratory focuses on four main themes: body composition, metabolism, nutrition, and strength and conditioning. By the way, embodying nutrition equals energy, metabolism, body composition, nutrition. The Nutrition and Physiology Laboratory showcases a range of state-of-the-art equipment that measures, first, metabolism and energy expenditure through indirect calorimetry, second, strength and conditioning through resistance training, gym, inclinometer, and dynamometer, third, body composition through impedance analysis and DEXA machine. In addition to the R&D on nutrition and aging, the laboratory may also be used for research on sports nutrition, clinical nutrition, and movement science across different life stages. I deeply appreciate DOST-FNRI for constantly elevating and expanding its expertise and integrating allied health disciplines in coming up with scientifically sound, practical solutions for the Filipinos. As your partner in science, technology, and innovation in the country, the DOST supports the conduct of R&D on older people. All of us have a desire to live a long, healthy, and fulfilled life. I look forward to future collaborative research among medical institutions, professional organizations, R&D institutes, the academe, the government, and the civil society to maximize the use of this laboratory for improved health and nutrition outcomes of the Filipinos. Lastly, I would like to acknowledge the contribution of the DOST Philippine Council for Health Research and Development for monitoring the project and Nutrition and Aging R&D team ably guided by Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa. Again, a pleasant day to all of you at magandang agham po sa ating lahat.
Thank you, Dr. Guevara, for your words. To echo also what Dr. said, the Institute not only ensures quality research and equipment, but continues to expand its expertise through collaboration with professionals, including allied medical professionals. So I think we are ready for the most awaited portion. I know I am very excited to see the facilities and equipment which would help us better understand our bodies and in turn in obtaining the vision of healthy aging. For our guests physically present, you'll be directed to tour the lab in batches. Please follow your guides and wait to be called. Good news to our attendees at home via Zoom, YouTube, and Facebook Live. You can all learn more about the laboratory through these QR codes and bit.ly links you see on the screen. These will direct you to the soft copy of the lab brochure, the lab tour, and our Q&A form. Links to these will also be sent in the chat box. Feel free to explore and learn the different components and rooms of the laboratory in the virtual tour. There are clickable buttons that show further details of the equipment. If you have any questions regarding the equipment, please fill up the Q&A form. And for those who are interested in visiting or trying out our laboratory, you can also use the Q&A form you saw on the previous slide. Again, links to the brochure, virtual tour, and Q&A form will be sent in the chat boxes as well. So thank you very much for joining us in this event. This has been Kyla Espiritu, your host, and I hope we're all inspired to work towards a healthy aging Philippines. Thank you and mabuhay!